Students this week have started using break-aparts in their math work. Another way to say break-aparts is just making a 10 to add. Let's take a closer look. The first thing students have been doing is learning and figuring out the partners to 10, or all the different ways that we can make 10 when it comes to addition. We have been using this terminology since the beginning of the year, as I've emphasized in the classroom how important it is for second graders to know all the partners of 10 in their math work, because it makes our math so much easier. I know, for example, that 1 plus 9 more equals 10. That means that 1's partner to 10 is always going to be 9. In addition, I know that 9 plus 1 more also equals 10. We've been calling this a turnaround fact. So no matter if it's 1 plus 9 or 9 plus 1, they are always going to be partners to 10. I also know that 2 plus 8 more is going to give me 10. Therefore, the turnaround fact, 8 plus 2 more, is also going to be 10. 2 and 8, or 8 and 2, are also partners to 10. Moving right along, I know that 3 plus 7 is 10, or 7 plus 3 more is 10. So therefore, 7 plus 3, or 3 plus 7, those are buddies or partners to 10. I also know that 4 plus 6 equals 10, and 6 plus 4 more equals 10. 6 and 4 are partners to 10. And lastly, the last pair, because I know my doubles facts, 5 plus 5 equals 10. The turnaround fact stays the same for that number, and it is the only number that has itself as its own partner. These are the partners to 10 that we have been working on in the classroom. It's very important that this is emphasized at home as we move along in the Go Math curriculum. Now we get to what we call break-aparts. Breaking apart numbers so that we can add them more efficiently or more easily. Here's what we've been doing. First, we're going to look at this number sentence. It says 8 plus 3. Step 1 is to circle the smallest number. I know that that's 3. The next thing I have the students do is make what I call an upside down caret right underneath that number. Next, we're going to go over to this number 8. Ask yourself, 8 plus how many more is going to give me 10? Or, who is 8's partner to 10? Well, I know that that is 2. The next thing we do is we think about this relationship with a caret is a part to whole. For example, now I need to find out 2 plus how many more is going to give me 3? Well, I know 2 plus 1 equals 3. We circled the smallest number. We made a caret underneath that number. Then we looked at the 8 and asked ourselves, who is 8's partner to 10? That is 2. And 2 plus 1 more is going to give me 3. We don't need this 3 anymore because we changed it into a number sentence. So you can just have students cross that out. The next thing we focus on are the partners to 10. 8 plus 2 more is 10. Right now, this is already filled out for students, but eventually they're going to have to remember to fill this part out themselves. 8 plus 2 is 10, so I can cross these out. The only number that I have left is 1. Lastly, let's solve 10 plus 1 more. Well, that's easy. I know that that's 11. Plug the number in upstairs. And that's how we get our answer using break-aparts. Let's do some more. The next number sentence is 7 plus 6. First thing I'm going to do is circle my smallest number and make an upside down caret. Let's look at the 7. Who is 7's partner to 10? I know that that's 3. 3 plus how many more is going to give me 6? Or 6 Take away 3 is what number? I know that that's 3. I can cross out the 6 now because I've set up a number sentence. 3 plus 3. I don't need this. Have students cross this part out. Now let's look back at those partners to 10. 7 plus 3 gives me 10, and that's an easier way for me to add. I can cross out these numbers. The only number I have left is 3. To solve 10 plus 3 more is 13. And I should also plug my answer in the problem above it as well. 7 plus 6 is 13. The next example says 2 plus 9. This is why it's important that students circle the smallest number. Otherwise, things might get tricky. The smallest number here is 2. Let's make an upside down caret. Next, look at the 9. Who is 9's partner to 10? That is 1. 1 plus how many more gives me 2? That is 1. I can now cross out the 2 because I don't need it anymore. I turn this 2 into 2 parts. Now I'm going to look at the outside numbers, or the partners to 10 that I found. 9 plus 1 equals 10. So I can cross out these numbers. The only number I have left is 1. 10 plus 1 more is 11. For another example, we have 8 plus 4. I'm going to circle the smallest number, draw an upside down caret. Then I take a look at the 8 and ask myself, who is 8's partner to 10? That is 2. 2 plus how many more equals 4? Well, I know my doubles fact, so I know that that's a 2. Now I can cross out this 4 because I turned it into 2 parts instead of using the whole number. Now I'm going to go back to those partners to 10. 8 plus 2 gives me 10. I added these two together, so I don't need these two numbers anymore. The only number I have left is a 2. 10 plus 2 is 12. If students don't know their doubles facts, they can also use a break apart to help them. Well, in this problem, I don't have a smallest number, so it doesn't matter which one students should circle. That is up to them. You're still going to circle one of those 9s and make a caret underneath. Next, look over at the 9. Who is 9's partner to 10? That's 1. 1 plus how many more is 9? I know that that's 8. We can now get rid of the 9 because I turned it into 2 parts instead of a whole. 9 plus 1 is going to give me 10, so I can cross these out. And the number I have left over is 8. 10 plus 8 is 18, and plug my answer in the problem above as well. At home, please continue to reinforce the same language that I've been using to circle the smallest number, look over and find the partner to 10 for the first digit, drawing carets, taking your time, and also checking over your work. It's okay if this math right now looks a little bit sloppy because we're crossing out a lot of things. That's okay. I feel that it's easier for students to do this at this time in order to understand the concept of breaking apart or making tens, as it's easier for us to add. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope this video was helpful.